Hello folks, this is Audiotron 1003 and this is a look at a few catalogues I found in the roof along with those ideas and everything else. I have duplicates, so there's one there and one there, so that's the 81 and that's the 89. There is this one as well, which is also an 89 sorry, what am I talking about? Catalogue. So what I'll do is I'll kind of focus on this one first. I won't do them all in one video. I'll kind of flick through them and make them individual videos, but I'll just give you a flavour of what these are, because what I'm really trying to do is show these off to a fellow YouTube creator. So I'll start with the most juiciest as I see it. So there's your classic space. This is 1981. Now there's two of these magazines or catalogues. One of them I put little crosses on everything I had or everything I wanted. So if you see a cross, it means I had it, and it means that technically it's somewhere in the roof, mixed up with all those other things that I was showing off recently. So there you go, some trees and some of those, and some of those, police and fire. So even back in 81 there you got a fire station, a police station, a Lego Ideas book, the original castle. There you go, yellow castle. My brother had that. Bits and bobs, boats that floated. Okay. Now this is what I'm really after. So these are the space sets I had, and I collected them really heavily back then. In fact, I've forgotten I've got some of these. All the crosses represent what I got. Okay, that one there. So anything else? 6801. That's interesting, because I've just done a little review on that. In fact, if I just sorry about the glare, there's its box just there, and if I zoom down, that's it on my temporary display. So that's quite funny seeing that. So that's that little set. Really is a tiny thing. There you go. I've had all three of those when I was a kid, and then we've got these. So that's basically that. This is the 19. What was it? Which one was this one? This one is 19. Sorry about that. 1988. There you go. I'm going to focus. 1988. So this is a middle one. There's some kids playing. Now, I come from Nottingham, United Kingdom, and we are famous for Robin Hood, and I've seen these sets being shown on YouTube, and I've heard them being called the Forestman, but actually in Nottingham they were called Robin Hood, and for various reasons, well, for obvious reasons, not various, there's only one reason, because he's in green, he's got a bow and arrow, and it was Robin Hood. And here's some of the castles and accessories you got, and then we move on to I don't know, space. What would this be? See, this is well out of my time. I was in my dark ages when this was around, so it's either future on or something like that. It's more for Jangbricks, really. He would understand all this. But it's space Lego of sorts, but it's not the classic as we know it. And then what's this? This is Blacktron. So I've heard Jane talking about this, and to be honest, I think I would have liked it. But at this time there's your, I've got to get that to focus. There's your minifigures. Suspiciously reminiscent of the old style, but not quite. And then we've got this stuff. Good old-fashioned basic Legoland buildings with your police and your fire engines and your hospitals and bits and bobs, and there's always a fire station, there's always a petrol station nearby, and there's always a police station somewhere. So I suppose, I don't know, someone lights a cigarette, blows up the petrol station, the police come round, investigate the arson, and then the fire people, they come along, put it out, and then it goes round and round in circles. So there we go. There's your fire station, and there's your police station, various other things, hospital, so that's for your burns victims, and then you've got all your bits and bobs in the middle. A very small airport. Nothing like today's standards, but still, that's what you got. This is the 80s. So what else we got? Lights and sounds by the looks of it. So that must represent sound and light. There's a police car there. You've got your fire engine there. Light and sound. I said I wasn't going to go through these, but it seems like I am anyway, so oh well. I don't remember having any of this. In fact, I wouldn't, because like I say, 1988, I'd finished college. This was the dark ages for me. I ditched everything Lego wise. It went in the roof, so I didn't have any of this. I wasn't even concerned about it, to be honest. I was into my break dancing and electric funk and stereos and all that in 1988. So that's that one. And we've got Technic Lego, and there's one of those Technic Lego kind of mini doll type people that existed back then. Okay, so that's that one. And finally, this is 19. Let's have a look. Is it going to show me? Might be a bit dark for the camera, but let's see if we can do it. It's not going to show up. Oh, just about 1989. Now, let's have a look at this. So we've got pirates. So there's your pirate ship. And here we are. What we got down here? We've got the governor's ship, Seahawk. The dark shark. These would have looked really nice together. Now, the instructions for this is on my bedroom floor just behind me, and the base plate to this is in the roof. So I know we had that set. Here we go. This is what I was hoping for. Here's your Robin Hood sets and your castles and bits and bobs. Okay, now I said Robin Hood. Now if anyone wishes to doubt me out there on YouTube land and say that it was the Forestmen, there you go, set. So I'm going to focus. 6054, Robin Hood's Tree Hideaway. Okay, and there it is, Robin Hood's Secret Cave. So Nottingham, by the way, it's full of caves. If you ever look up Nottingham on the internet, you'll find that we're full of caves, and we're also full of trees, especially Sherwood Forest. And I've actually been to the real Major Oak, and as a child I actually played inside it. Now you can't get near it, it's protected. So this is a wonderful set. I wish back then I'd bought just one of these, just because this is Lego that's actually named after a local hero of ours. If you come from Nottingham, Robin Hood is famous, and we know all about him. So what else we got? So here we are, we're back in space again. The light system. Like I say, I can't really say too much about these because this was all sort of Dark Age type stuff. But nonetheless, some of you out there would know about this. And I'm sure Jangbricks, you would know very much about this. And then we've got Legoland. See, it's still Legoland. It's not Lego City yet. It's still Legoland. It's still full of emergency services and filling stations, petrol stations, and people with sports cars that drive round too fast. And then you've got your plates and everything. Your people set, minifigures. Okay. What else we got here? And like I say, so there's another police station, fire station. Let's just see, is it going to be the same one as the previous one? What I'm doing is I'm just going back. So let's have a look. What I'm looking for, yes, it is. So this is the same one. So they're still running this. So it's not been changed yet. So there's the police station from '89. So yeah, they were still in production. And then what we got here, we've got some more bits and bobs, some buildings, hospitals, and other such things. A very basic scissor lift. Sometimes we call them other names, but scissor lift is what that's called. We call them cherry pickers sometimes. And then we've got these boats that float, and they really do float. That would be proper water. They'd have little weights at the bottom to keep them upright. And at the back, now I did have this because I collected a few basic Technic Lego, and this is proper Technic Lego, albeit using the brick style, not the beams. This is a studded Technic Lego, and I had this car, and just out of interest, those tyres, there's two of them on my bedroom floor. I was going to sell them on eBay, but I've decided that one of them's a bit worn out, so I couldn't sell it. So that's it then. That's that one. And finally, this one, I might as well do it now. There's no point in not bothering. So there's your Technic stuff. There's the car in its box and all the other bits and bobs. Kids playing with basics. So this is 1989. Basic sets look like that. When I was a kid, so 11 years before that, if I can do this, get a bit awkward, but I'll try. It's not something I plan to do, but I'll do it anyway. Your basic sets look like that. So that is really basic, only red and white. So they've gone a little bit further then, but they still only have the basic colours. So anyway, I'm digressing. Fabuland. Okay. That's something I did know about at the time, and I was kind of curious about it. The Lego Movie basically touch upon it. So there's your same stuff again. Robin Hood. a very nice catalogue this is. Your pirates. Apparently that was new. 1989. More pirates. Still the same fire stuff. Well, it would be, it's the same year, so it's a bit of a silly thing for me to say, I guess. A nice big picture. Now I know that Jang, if you're going to watch this, you're going to love this picture, because this is the kind of thing that you apparently used to look at. But you're not the only one, because I also used to look at these and used to dream of a wonderful world of Legoland and colourful vehicles, albeit in limited colours. So I dreamt of owning streets and things and trees and vehicles. So here we are. Looks suspiciously like a classic spaceman, doesn't it? When in fact they're not the same anymore. They're completely different. There's another one. See, he's got a visor. There you are. I told you the space police would find us. That looks really mean. Yes. So here we are. Trains. So what we got here? 4.5 volt trains. Look at that. It's just something that Bricks would like. And you have your parts. So you could buy these element packs back in the day. That's the Technic and more Technic stuff. By today's standards this is very, very basic, but back in the days this was cutting edge Lego. And that motor you can just see there. Well, there's the motor, sorry, that's the motor. That's your battery box. That would be cutting edge technology. Okay, so power functions are rather like an iPhone is to an old Nokia phone. So there you go. Now I had this set. I had it on a windowsill for many years. It collected dust, it went grey, and I got rid of it. And one more thing. This is how you bought your bricks and pieces. Now this is British, so the prices are going to be in sterling. So there you go. But I think back in those days, for those of you who might be watching, I think $1 was somewhere around about 1 2/3 dollars to the pound. I don't think it was quite $2 to the pound back then. So basically, if you say £1 is $1.30, so we'll say that's let's say that's nearly $2 for that thing. Okay. So it just gives you an idea. You know, rocket noses and bits and bobs, hinges, they don't make those anymore. Various other stuff. It's nice to see some of the things that they used to make but don't make anymore. They still make these Technic beams. Now I know you guys in America sometimes call them lift arms, but I know them as beams, and that's what they've advertised them as here. And then finally, this. So you get to phone that number and a customer service will advise you of other stockists in your area. So it's a new toy every day. And that's what I heard for many, many years. So anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4 catalogues. These are all spare. I don't need them. So basically, Jang, if there's any way that I can get them to you, I'm happy to send them all the way to America for you. Just let me know if you would like them. drop me a comment. I'd be more than happy to help you out with these, especially if it's going to fill a gap in your collection. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.